5 seconds. Start. As ground for divorce, the term cruelty consists of unwarranted and unjustifiable conduct on part of defendant causing other spouse to endure suffering and distress, thereby destroying peace of mind and making living with such spouse unbearable, completely destroying real purpose and object of matrimony. Stop. The term includes mental injury as well as physical. Stop. Generally, single act of cruelty is not sufficient for divorce. There must be course of cruel conduct over period of time. Stop. Harm or injury to health, reputation, the working career or the like would be an important consideration in determining whether the conduct of the respondent amounts to cruelty. Stop. It is not necessary, as under the English law, that the cruelty must be of such a character as to cause danger to life, limb, or health, as to give rise to a reasonable apprehension of such a danger. Stop. Therefore, what the courts must determine is not whether the principles of English law, but whether the petitioner proves that the respondent has treated him with such cruelty as to cause a reasonable apprehension in his mind that it will be harmful or injurious for him to live with the respondent. Stop. Stanza. Mental cruelty in section 13 within bracket 1 within bracket IA can broadly be defined as that conduct which inflicts upon the other party such mental pain and suffering as would make it not possible for that party to live with the other. Stop. In other words, mental cruelty must be of such a nature that the parties cannot reasonably be expected to live together. Stop. The situation must be such that the wronged party cannot reasonably be asked to put up with such conduct and continue to live with the other party. Stop. It is not necessary to prove that the mental cruelty is such as to cause injury to the health of the petitioner. Stop. While arriving at such conclusion, regard must be had to the social status, educational level of the parties, the society they move in, the possibility or otherwise of the parties ever living together in case they are already living apart, and all other relevant facts and circumstances which it is neither possible nor desirable to set out exhaustively. Stop. what is cruelty in one case may not amount to cruelty in another case. Stop. It is a matter to be determined in each case, having regard to the facts and circumstances of that case. Stop. If Axios case of accusations and allegations regard must also be had to the context in which they were made. Stop. During the trial, 4 witnesses were examined on behalf of the husband and 5 witnesses were examined on behalf of the wife. Stop. Good number of documents were exhibited. Stop.